Hello, welcome to today's The Word in a Flash. I'm Freddie Wilson. Today's subject is At His Table. When you become part of the Lord's family, you become part of a supportive and enabled family. I guess you can call yourself royalty, and you should think of yourself as such. The Bible tells us about how God prepares a table for us before our enemies.
Psalms 23 and 5 reads, You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows.
This means that God will prove to the people that hate you or don't support you that He will give you all that you need, and you don't need it necessarily from them.
Luke 14 and 15 reads, When one of those who reclined at the table with him heard these things, he said to him, Blessed is everyone who will eat bread in the kingdom of God.
I'm not talking about a physical table, such as when Jesus was sitting with the disciples at the Last Supper. I'm talking about a spiritual table where God will keep you even when times are tough. When God will place your foot on a solid foundation when all else around you is shaky. With faith, God will bless you in ways that you can't imagine.
Isaiah 25 and 6 read, On this mountain the Lord of hosts will make for all peoples a feast of rich food, a feast of well-aged wine, of rich food full of marrow, of aged wine well refined.
Keep in mind that not all blessings the Lord gives to you are meant just for you. Be willing to share with others the blessings that God has bestowed upon you. Show the and kindness to people beyond your immediate social structure. That's how you can really show God's blessing, is by being a blessing to someone else. And not necessarily by giving them things, but just being there for them when they need someone to talk to or just somebody to share a smile.
Luke 14 and 13 reads, But when you give a feast, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind.
All that you need is in the house of the Lord. Be willing to sit at His table and receive the blessing to you and other believers. After that, be willing to share God's blessing with others who may not be as strong in Christ as you are, or even to those who don't believe. With all that you do and receive, be willing to give God the credit for enabling you to do those things and or enabling you with that material item. God is so good, you don't have to always beg to Him for the thing that you need. God already knows what you need, but there's nothing wrong with going to Him in prayer and be willing to pray for the needs of others as well. There's some hurting people out in this world. We need more prayer warriors who's willing to get down on their knees and pray for other folks. It's easy to pray for yourself, but keep others in mind also. I'm not saying don't pray for yourself. I'm saying don't let all your prayers be about you. So be willing to go to the house of the Lord and sit at God's table for all your needs and wants. God will give you your needs, and He will sometimes even give you your wants. But God is looking out for you, and just keep that in mind. And be willing to look out for others. But be happy that you're able to sit at the Lord's table and be happy to share with others. And as always, be blessed.